future IITians. How are you preparing for your JEE Main 2026? Feeling overwhelmed or exhausted? This video is for you. Here is the 45-day study plan for JEE Main 2026 January attempt. It's a very quick video. I'm not going to drag, but it's a very important video who are all preparing for the examination. Let's get started. What we are going to cover is a winning preparation approach for physics, chemistry and math, all three subjects. We are going to share the high weightage chapters in all subjects, subject-wise smart study techniques, and then mock test mastery for each subject. And most importantly, the biggest mistakes to avoid for JEE Main 2026 exam preparation. Let's get started. First of all, we have to have a mindset of top JEE aspirant. How that mindset should be? We have to have a passion for learning, and most importantly, your strategies should be smart rather than the hard work. Hard work is important, but smart plus hard work. That is essential for the last minute preparation. So far, you must be having the foundational concepts clear, foundational question solving methods. Now we are going to make it strong so that you will get more percentile. 99 percentile target. If you want, then this mark is enough for you. Math 60 to 70 marks, physics 65 to 90 marks, chemistry 68 to 80 marks. These marks are the short you must have in your examination. Then only you will get 99 percentile. This will change, this will vary based on paper difficulty level, overall student performance and other normalization factors. But this will mostly work. 99% work. Let's have a strategy. First thing first, NCERT, master NCERT. Each and every line is important and cover the basics. And the second step is you are going to solve all the PYQs for up to at least 10 years of PYQs. Okay, if you are able to solve the last 10 years of PYQs, if you start by today also you can solve. Okay, it will take 30 hours only. Per day if you solve one question paper, at least, then you can easily solve 10 years of question papers. Okay, but you have to be consistent with your hard work. I know it will have more shifts, but do it as much as you can. Then you have to hit the tough problems. Remember, understand the solution first, analyze why that strategy worked and solve it yourself independently. That is more important, especially for math. Here are the high priority chapters for math. I just arranged it in the priority order. Okay, 3D geometry, definite integrals, matrices and determinants. It will be 40 marks each. These are the important topics, and also sequences and series, vector algebra also. And remaining chapters will also have the importance, but I have arranged it into order. You can also go by this order. First, differential calculus. Master the basic formulas. Practice the curve sketching and focus on applications. And the second one is definite integrals. Use the graphical method. Memorize the standard integrals. Practice the area problems. Third one, probability vectors in 3D. What you can do is, this is a very formula based approach, isn't it? So high scoring potential it has. It is very easy to master. Some part is probability vectors in 3D. And matrices and determinants, solve step by step, master row operations, and then in this particular part, the extensive practice is very much important. Then comes physics. Physics, always concept clarity. It's about understanding, not about memorizing. Visualize the every concept, understand the derivations deeply, connect the theory to real-world applications. You can just start with NCERT numericals, move to moderate level difficulty of PYQs, and go to advanced problems. Okay, soon we are going to release the entire formula sheet for physics and chemistry. Stay tuned, you will get it soon. If you take physics, heat and thermodynamics, the geometrical optics, and so on, these are the order of priority. Top ones has most priority. What you can do is, for physics, draw the diagrams for every mechanics problem and use the dimensional analysis to check answers, and also you can master the derivation part. That will build you the intuition to solve the problem. And soon we are going to give you the handbook also, which contains all those formulas, and focus on numericals over the theory part. That will help you in physics. Coming to chemistry, easy subject, isn't it? It is a scoring powerhouse. It's divided into 3 parts: organic, inorganic, and physical. Physical part is a formula heavy and calculation based. We'll give you the formula sheet, don't need to worry. The high priority topics in physical chemistry is mole concept, chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, and thermodynamics. You have to treat the physical chemistry as a math only. Practice numerical problems extensively and understand the concepts. Please don't memorize the concept, just understand the concept. And coming to organic chemistry, here mechanism plays an important role. Named reactions, I think we already have a video on named reactions. We'll release one more. List of named reactions we'll release, list of mechanisms we'll release. You will get it very soon. And then the chapters need to be covered on aldehyde, ketones, and carboxylic acids. Alcohol chapter and general organic chemistry is super important. You can draw the mechanisms for the named reactions part and understand why the reaction is happening. In case of inorganic, periodic table trends are most important. Chemical bonding, coordination complex is super important. DNF block elements, those are very much important. In case of inorganic chemistry, stick with NCERT. Line by line, you must be thorough with NCERT. That's all I can say for inorganic chemistry. It will be giving you more marks. Okay, that is the golden rule for inorganic. If you ask me the weightage of chemistry part, physical chemistry will be 40%, organic 35%, and inorganic 25%. But inorganic will come from NCERT. Then, how you have to prepare? If you have 10 hours of time daily, if you can spend 10 hours of time daily, you can easily ace the examination. First, mathematics, 3 to 3.5 hours, problem solving, concept revision, and the formula practice. Then comes physics, 1.5 hours for numerical practice, 1 hour for theory and derivations, 1 hour for conceptual problems. And chemistry, again 3 hours. But in the end, after doing all 3 subjects, in the end, just spend 1 hour for doubt clearing and quick revision, what you have done in the entire day. Okay? And the next step, once you finished all those concepts, of course, we are going to provide you the crash course of each chapter in chemistry. After finishing all those concepts, the most important step is mock test. Soon we are going to release the mock test. It will have the most anticipated, most expected questions, highly expected questions. But you have to solve. Why we have to solve the mock test? That will give you the energy. That will give you the exam-like conditions. You have to solve it like an exam-like condition. 3 hours uninterrupted time you have to spend. First 10 minutes, scan all the questions very quickly, and till 1 hour, you can do the easiest subject first. That will give you the more confidence. Then moderate, then go to challenging part. If you are finding any difficulty while solving the mock test paper or while doing the examination, leave that question and come to finish and come to that question later. Okay? That is the top strategy. That is the strategy I followed, everyone follow. So please don't start with any single problem. And importantly, we came to the last part, deadly mistake that will kill your dreams. The mistake number 1 is unbalanced preparation for the examination. As you have to stick with consistent schedule, daily have the allocation of the subjects and do it properly. Mistake number 2, ignoring NCERT. As I always say, follow NCERT, finish NCERT, understand NCERT. NCERT is the basic reference for all those questions. And mistake number 3, passive learning solution. Solution to passive learning is that you have to actively solve the problem. Concept will not help, and you have to understand the concept where you are going to apply in the solution, in the solving part, right? So mugging up the concept alone will not help you. You have to solve the problem and revise it in the frequent 1 or 2 days, after 2 days, 3 days. Revise it frequently so that you won't miss any of those concepts. And don't ever try to miss the mock test. Always write the mock test, at least write 20 mock tests before going to the exam. And if you are writing test, if you are practicing problem, always note it down, what are the mistakes you have done. Okay, so that the next time you will not do that mistake again. And most of you going to the coaching class, or your school is providing you the extra coaching for the examination, but self-study is also important. Okay, you have to balance both the things. What are the immediate steps you can take? The first thing first, today, assess what level you are in and identify the strong and weakest subjects. Create a personalized study timetable. Organize all the materials. If you need any help in organizing these things, please let us know. Okay, just put it in the comment section. And this week, what you're going to do, complete at least one chapter from the each subject. We have only 2-3 days in this week, but each day you have to finish one chapter from each subject. And solve daily 50 PYQs and take mock test daily, and this should be consistent. Okay, your steps should be consistent. Consistency always pay off. In this month, you should be able to solve any problem, but don't stop there. Till your examination, you should revise the concept and solve the problems. You can be starting small. You can be starting at before 45 days. But if you're staying consistent, putting your hard work, smart work, and you can succeed big. Trust me. Okay, whoever taking up this challenge, just put it in the comment box. Challenge accepted. Let's see you in the next video. Thank you.